Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So, it runs, it drives, we took it for a little drive and clutch feels good, everything seems to be in pretty good shape. Got a little wiring back in, I had to do a little rewire. We changed a few things over the winter. Added a oil pressure light instead of a gauge, we just kept checking gauges apart. So, did all that. Obviously the new motor, the new headers we had in the last video, that manifold we modified. All kind of leads up to this. We're getting really close to be able to take this thing on the track. So I'm just going to do a little maintenance work. Just we started it up, so I'm going to check the screen, and it is a fresh motor, so I'm going to check the screen there, and I'm going to run the valves one more time, get a lot of stuff done, and I think it's ready to go on the trailer and go racing, believe it or not. So let's do that real quick. All right, first things first, let's get the screen off this thing. Get the old AN fitting off. Now, usually I would run this thing, this whole upper screen area is just covered in oil. So what we typically do is we'll pull this off and let air kind of, atmospheric pressure kind of pull the oil out of the screen. Sometimes we'll put air in there, and we also sometimes have a little vacuum sweeper that we pull the tractor off. We'll put that on there and it'll blow the oil out of the screen. So got that off. The screen's already empty right now, so get the covers off. And after every run, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. You take the screen off, hoping everything's okay inside of here. And 90% of the time it is. And you will always get a little bit of material in it. There's just a little bit of material in it, but not a lot. If you got a problem, you'll definitely be able to tell, because this thing will be packed full of stuff. So that's clean. We'll get that cleaned up later. That screen looks fine. So let me get this cleaned up and put it back in. All right, screen's all clean. We'll stick him back in here like that. Nuts back on. Now we do this after every pass, no matter what. We pull the screen out of this thing and double check, because one little thing goes wrong with this, you don't catch it. You're picking parts up off the track the next lap. We don't want that. All right, that's done. Now we're on the valve. Now we're on to a valve train. We're just gonna run through the valves, make sure the lash is good and everything. All right, so we're gonna get the valve covers off of it and get the valves ran. We do this after every pass. No questions asked. We do this every pass, unless we get into a situation where we're going to be getting a pull off, then we'll just chance it. We won't do it. But after every pass, we pull the covers off and check the valves. So we're going to do that real quick. And everything is really easy to get apart. You can just take these things apart real quick. It won't take no time to... They're made so well now that they come apart super quick. Pull the plugs. You gotta pull the plugs out of it, put wires off of it. You gotta take the burn down tube off of it, and then get the cover off of it. And all comes off so easy. So. Now, if you're ever doing something all the time and you got a tool set up for it and you don't want nobody to take apart, just get you some heat shrink and just put it right over that puppy and warm it up, shrink it on there. It still flexes around, but it won't come apart. In this case, we're always taking the valve covers off of it, so it's nice to have a tool that just stay set up. Now, almost all Hemis, there is a tube that goes down the cylinder head that traps the spark plug in it, and it's a bear a lot of times to get the tubes out, especially when they're hooked to the valve cover. So we'll get the plugs out, and we'll get these things off here. Now, you don't have to take the plugs out to get the covers off on this one, but some of them you do. I'm just taking them out to look at them. Ooh, I'm not prepared. I don't have my tool. Number one's not fun because I can't get my regular tool over here, so I gotta use this whole socket and extension deal. Then it won't come out. Get that plug out. Okay. Get these valve covers wiggled up off here. Take the nuts off so we can drop them down inside the engine. Not too bad. These are the tubes that go down inside the head. There's an O-ring that goes around them, and they're kind of stiff sometimes, especially when they're brand new. All right. So we'll check these valves. Here's my stuff. So we always check intake with the exhaust closing, or opening I should say. So we'll roll this thing around. We got an exhaust starting to open, so we'll check the intake. And we're not trying to get perfect, 100% perfect every time. We're just making sure there ain't no problems, mainly. We're just making sure there ain't no big, holy cow, there's a valve coming out of this thing situations going on. Now we'll check our exhaust as the intake valve starts to close. So number 5 right there is going down, it's coming back up. We'll check number 5. Three is coming up. We'll check 3. So number 1's coming up. Number 7's coming up. Got them all. I'll just run over all of them real quick just to make sure I ain't got nothing loose. Just take a tool in here and check all the nuts. Make sure the nut is starting to come loose on you. And every now and again I'll get a socket in here and I'll check the stands, these stand bolts. Make sure they're still doing their thing. Alright, there's one side done. We'll do the next side. Alright guys, this is all buttoned back up. We're going to do our little normal nut and bolt check on the thing and check it all over, and we're going to put it in the trailer. This thing's ready to roll. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.